Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Baloria goes left. Baloria flips it up and in!
So hard at Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire.
Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go! No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto! Win that one back!
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and we are back at the Batangas City Coliseum, the home of our Season 1 champions, the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. And the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters and the Basilan Port Masters are facing some early season adversity here, and they will be up against each other in our main game ngayong Miyerkules sa Basilan against Batangas. Sila Tupas kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon, and Coach Christian, parehong teams that, with the roster that they have, we expected to have a better record going into this matchup.
Well, it's only their fourth game, and if I'm both coaches, I'm not pushing the panic button, especially if I'm Batangas, because this is still pretty much the same team compared to the last 2 to 3 seasons. Apinan, guys like Ablasan, and pa rin Baloria. And the last game was a heartbreaker for them. Basilan, they're still trying to figure each other out. You know, yung chemistry, wala pa, although mga veterano tong mga to. Pero I'm confident that their team is really a team made for the playoffs. It's just a matter of positioning pagdating sa dulo, but it's still a long way.
Definitely a long way to go, kasi makikita nyo kung saan ang mga teams natin are in our standings right now. But Batangas and Basilan, magkatabi sila. 6 and 7 ang sa kanilang pwesto dyan sa South. 1 and 2. Of course, Rizal picking up their 4th straight win earlier today. Imos moving up with a 3 and 2 record. So too early to tell, but things are shaping up quite nicely. Apat pang kupunan sa South Division. Ang
Hindi pa naglalaro.
Oo, hindi pa naglalaro dito.
Kaya nakita niyo yun, no? Yung Davao, even Parañaque,
Bacolod.
Bacolod, ang dami pa eh. So, yung dalawang team na to, itong Basilan at Batangas, minsan mas maganda yung mga ganitong sitwasyon. Nakakalaban na nyo ng isa't isa. Parehas to, malakas na kupunan. As you see the highlights right here, and yung previous game result nila, yung first win nila against Valenzuela, you saw Arwin Santos, Jeff Bernes. Their starters played much better. The first time in 3 games wherein 4 of their starters in Viernes, Santos, Al Husseini, and Gab Dagangon, who was honored the best player of the ball game, finished in double figures. Dagangon, on that note, 7 of his 15 in overtime. It took an extra period to decide that. You look at the numbers right here. The key right here sa field goal sa Delph, plus 17 sila in terms of attempts, and that was created by the 17 offensive rebounds, extra possessions na nakuha nila. That's care of Adi Santos, who had a solid game. Jervy Cruz had an efficient game, quality minutes, 12 minutes. He had 6 points, about 6 rebounds, and the starters, as I mentioned, 4 of the 5 were in double figures in that game for them to get that win. Dagangon was excellent in the overtime.
Adi Santos and Coach Mactan making a homecoming of sorts sa kanilang
Dito sa Batangas.
Sa Batangas. No, they're part of that team.
Inaugural champs.
Yep. And yan nga, itong Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. It was a heartbreaker for them. 87-86 it finished. It ended with a half-court heave that went in from Keanu Caballero, but the way Batangas fought their way back and nearly stole this victory was also quite impressive because they were down 5 with 47 seconds left in this ball game, and they put together 11 points in those 47 seconds. Jong Baloria hit a 4-point play with 7 seconds remaining that gave them the lead.
Right, and just goes to show that free throws, every point is important because, as we mentioned in the previous game, you know, Ablaza split his free throws and then led to that half-court shot. But I think what's impressive in that game for Batangas, in spite of losing, of how they shot the basketball, 50%. Levy Hernandez led all scorers off the bench with 22. Alam, kilala natin yan si Levy. Kamadero talaga yan, and he loves playing here at home. And the 4-point play by Baloria. Ablaza was great. He was also in double figures. Eto yun, yung 4-point play na sinasabi mo, no? Took that extra dribble that led to a rhythm shot. He finished with 12 points. You see the numbers right here. Still the part of the core of this team, but playing at home, I think they're gonna play with sort of like the chip on their shoulder para makabawi.
Yeah, definitely. After losing to Quezon here as well in their previous home game. Meanwhile, let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon, walang iba kung hindi si Jong Baloria. Jong, una-una gusto kita kamustahin after that memorable game against Rizal. Nakita ko yung mga emosyon ng iba't ibang tao. Ano yung sayo nung araw na yun?
Siguro sobrang sakit sa amin. Sa mga nanonood, sa mga taga Batangas, alam ko sobrang sila nasaktan. Mas lalo na kami mga players na yun nga, nakabalik kami. Yun, still natalo pa rin kami. Yun, sobrang sakit sa amin. Hindi kami nakatulog.
Pero sabi mo sa akin, Jong, kanina meron kang mga sinabi sa teammates mo pagkatapos ng larong yun. Ano yun?
Yun nga, at mga ganong oras naman seconds, lamang ng 4-5 yung kalaban. Kami naman, stay composed kami. Na positive kami na makakabalik. And then, ayun nga, nakabalik kami. Pero ang mali is, yun nga, lapses namin na-shoot yung inano ni Caballero sa half court na which is dapat hindi mangyari. Pero ayun, lesson learned sa amin yun na small things na dapat kagaya like pag may nagpi-free throw, ayun, naka-position, ayun, yun yung mga small things. Ayun, pinano namin sa practice, ayun, ginawa namin. Na small things dapat magawa namin.
Napakaganda at maraming natutunan pagkatapos ng game na yon. Jong, alam kong dati kang naging player ng Basilan, ano? Anong expectations mo sa game na to? Excited ka ba?
Malapit sa puso ko yung Basilan. Kasi nag-champion kami ng Vismin Super Cup, and then yung mga bosses dyan, sila Mayor, sila kong malapit sa akin. Ayun, galingan na lang nila, gagalingan din namin, and then magbabounce back kami.
Napag-usapan mo yung pag-bounce back, ano, Jong? Anong gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng Batanggenyo na sumusuporta sa inyo ngayong gabi dito sa loob ng Coliseum?
Sa lahat ng mga taga Batangas, Batanggenyo, huwag kayong magsawang sumuporta sa amin. Ginagawa namin sa abot namin makakaya, pinagtatrabahuan namin. Yung mga talo namin, ginagawa namin sa ensayo, paano kami makabalik, makabawi, makuha yung winning streak para bumalik yung ano niya sa amin. Basta tiwala lang. Umpisa pa lang naman. Kumbaga, yung pagkatalo namin, lesson learned sa amin yun. Kumbaga, babawi kami.
Maraming salamat. Strong words from Jong Baloria. Now it's going to be Batangas versus Basilan. Miguel Pere, take it away.
This is gonna be exciting, mga kaligas. We bring you tonight's main game here inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Basilan versus your Batangas City. Live on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting units, beginning with Basilan Viva Port Masters. Starting at forward number 3, Raymar Kaduyak. Also at forward number 16, Adi Santos. Coming in at center, number 21, Raba Al Husseini. To guard, number 74, Jeff Viernes. And at one guard, number 5, the Crunchman, Alex Cavagnot. The head coach for the Port Masters is Mac Tan. Assistant coaches Carmelo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Arnel Sia, Benchalito Caro. Assistant Team Manager Timothy Pua, Team Manager Rich Alvarez. And now, Batangas City, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your MPBL inaugural season champions, your Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters! Starting at guard, number 10, CJ Easy. Power forward, number 24, Mark Cruz. Coming in at center, number 14, Chris Porter. Also at forward, number 7, your very own from Malvar, Batangas, O'Neal Arim. And at two guard, number 22, the sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez. The head coach for Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Ponce, and relay assistant team manager Gilbert Alea, team manager Gene Alabanza, LGU partner Congressman Marvin Marino.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Basilan starts with Alex Cabagnot, Jeff Viernes, Raba Alusaini, Adi Santos, and Raymar Caduyac. Batangas City naman has CJ Isit, Levi Hernandez, Chris Porter, Mark Cruz, and O'Neal Arim. Officials for today's game, Ray Gabriel, Janko Abobo, Karina Martin, and Renato Taguyam ang ating fourth man.
So balasa, no? Itong si ang home team na si Batangas, dahil si Chris Porter lamang ang mainstay na starting five, at least compared to their last game. Wala si Baloria, si Ablasa, si Ochea at si De La Virgen.
And also on the other side, there's no Arwin Santos for this game, I believe. Para dito sa...
wala sa bench. Di rin natin nakita nag-warm up.
And Gab Dagamon too. Chris Porter for 3. Good box out there by Adi Santos. Should be a good game here. Both teams with identical 1 and 2 records. Jeff Viernes. Raymar Caduyac.
They're looking for Raba on the post.
Two former Ateneo Blue Eagles here going at it. Alusaini and Porter. Alusaini trying to get a foul, but hindi binigyan. Isit goes to O'Neal Arim. They swing it over to Levi Hernandez. In and out on the 3. Mark Cruz with the offensive rebound, and he rises for the putback.
Well, what a strong rebound right there by Cruz. He had to get it up top with 2 hands and then sort of like pull his way in with that pivot foot for the finish. Hindi na binaba ang bola.
Here's Jeff Viernes. Adi Santos gets it to Raba, to the corner. Caduyac drives baseline. Raymar Caduyac, no good. He gets his own miss. Finds Cabagnot for the 3. No. Alusaini's tip in, won't go. And Batangas secures the rebound. Oh, Adi Santos is there. Taken away by Adi Santos, and he'll get Basilan's first 2 points.
Adi Santos right there. You would say he was at the right place at the right time. That's really more of the offense. A little sloppy pass for Batangas that led to the easy layup for Santos. This is a foul on Caduyac.
A foul away from the ball. Whistled on Raymar Caduyac.
That's one of the more underrated part of the game, ni Levi Hernandez. As you see, a little casual pass right here. And then the easy 2 by Santos. But off the ball, itong si Levi Hernandez, just as good as when he has the ball in his hands. Kaya madalas siyang nalilibre sa mga catch and shoot situation using the screen tulad nito.
And right on cue, Levi Hernandez, professional scorer.
Right. And anytime you could score the basketball, it's always a skill for the player using it.
4-2. Cruz comes up with the steal. CJ Isit finds the door shut there sa baseline. O'Neal Arim. Back to Cruz. Well defended by Raba. Cruz will try again. No good. And a good box out by Adi Santos. Here's Jeff Viernes, another former Batangas City stalwart.
Yeah, but I don't think he was here, no? Nung inaugural season.
No.
Was he here, no? Kasi Val Acuña led team yun eh.
And Lester Alvarez.
Lester Alvarez.
Tay Chodoro.
Right.
Naalala ko pa.
Oo.
Dito tumitira si Tay sa may malapit sa logo.
Tama. Kalaban ng Muntinlupa.
Yeah, sa finals. Here's Raba Aloseni. Short on the bank shot. Rebound. Porter. CJ Isit. Now with Porter, top of the key. Levi Hernandez fires and hits.
Again, one of those catch-and-shoot situations para kay Levi. 5 quick points for him. Led all scorers in the last game with 22. Looks to be another day in the office para kay Levi.
That rolls out para kay Adi Santos. We'll go back the other way. Porter. The handoff to Arim.
Levi wants the matchup on Cabagnot. Isit has other plans in mind, but pretty much the same result as Levi. Hits his first attempt from the outside as well. A quick 10-2 lead for the home team.
Great start here for Batangas, especially if you want to bounce back after that loss last week. Cabagnot misses the 3. The tap goes to Isit. And CJ Isit leaves it for O'Neal Arim. Blistering start for Batangas. 12-2 in the first 4 minutes of this ball game. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. O'Neal Arim with a finish as Batangas grabs its first double-digit lead. Timeout, Basilan.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum, Coach Cholo and company have had a few memorable games already at the start of the season against Quezon and Rizal. And as we know, he will stick by his system. He will continue to cheer on the good things they do. But this time, he realizes how serious it is. These two teams could be those that he will meet again down the road. He said, "We are taking it one experience at a time. After Quezon, when we were not sharing the ball, we had about 28 assists in the last 2 games already. After Rizal, where obviously we were outworked, he has seen progress in terms of 50-50 balls in practice." I asked him on a personal level, "How are you, Coach?" Who had a smile on his face, by the way, shaking Coach Ralph's hand. He said, "I have so much more respect for the guy now. Much like the respect he has for Coach Mac, he said, I respect the legacy he left here." Sadov, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And you're talking about legacies here. That's a big word. And because, you know, you got to agree because that really set the bar for this franchise.
Right.
It's championships or nothing.
Right, and you know, it sounds cliche, di ba? And you know, generally speaking, from life, wherein stay positive and everything. And he just embodied what positive really means, even at a time wherein it comes from a heartbreaking defeat of what, you know, people would say, panalo na dapat yun eh.
Kaya,
Pero minsan sa basketball, walang dapat, di ba? And to Mika's report, the outstanding number really was, you know, the 28 assists led by Jexter Apinan, who had 9, and also their starting guard at that game, itong si Justin De La Virgen,
yeah, MJ.
with 7, si MJ De La Virgen. So, a lot of positives obviously, and they're looking to bounce back dito sa kanilang home floor.
And Jason Grimaldo able to find Cabagnot. Cabagnot gives it back, and Grimaldo scores He's also part of that championship team in the first season, Jason Grimaldo.
Yes.
He was the backup to Jamo Igilos.
And that was a tough finish over the outstretched arms of Cruz, who rotated on that ball screen action. Little tight space, pero nakascore. Hernandez, wala. Cruz nandun.
And Mark Cruz, with 4 points in the ball game, continues to play well here in his start para dito sa Batangas.
No, tulad nun, pwede mo sabihin, dahil sa mintis ni Hernandez, yes, because para siyang magnet nun eh. Dalawang tao ang challenge sa kanya, open up the offensive rebound for Adi Santos. Tulad neto, pupunta si Adi Santos sa linya. Sorry, Mark Cruz on the other end.
This of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. It's a good bailout shot galing kay Jason Grimaldo. Kaduyak replaced by Calo. Sherwin Concepcion is also in. Adi Santos at the line. And this is the first.
So this is obviously an opportunity for guys like Concepcion to increase their playing time and, you know, increase also yung trust possibly na ibigay sa kanila with the absence of Arwin Santos, who arguably played his best game in the last game, finished with 13 points and 8 rebounds rather, para sa Basilan in that victory against Valenzuela.
16-4, Seda Blaza is in the game.
Steal by Cabagnot.
The crunch man with the steal, and he'll finish with the right hand.
Alam mo, laking bagay niyan. And it's dumb for me to say this because I don't think he's going to have a problem with his confidence, but it always feels better when you shoot the ball 1 for 11 in the last game, start this game 0 for 2, and then you hit an open layup like that. Again, it makes a whole lot of difference once you see that ball go through the net. The steal by Cabagnot, ang ganda ng anticipation niya, that led to the right-handed layup finish for the left-handed Alex Cabagnot.
Yeah, Ray Publico comes in for Adi Santos. Ray Publico, this is his first appearance this season for Basilan, who was on the reserve list for the first 3 games. Jexter Apinan is in the game as well.
Oh, tulad ng mga pangalan na nabanggit mo, no? Wala rin si Dagangon, wala rin si Jervy Cruz, pero ito, meron tinamaan sa muka. Mukhang i-review nila to.
Eman Calo yan.
Oo. Pero sinasabi ni Levy, flop daw.
Eman Calo may have exaggerated that a little bit. But nonetheless, it's an offensive foul. Yes, it is an offensive foul.
Levi Hernandez is first. 14th foul for Batangas City. Substitution.
Levi Hernandez.
For Odin Arim.
Looks like he will... No, hindi siya yung papalitan. Si Arim ang pinalitan ni Don Ochea. Oh, there. Papitik-pitik ni Levy.
Oo.
Pag slow-mo.
Oo, pero ang ganda na talaga nung how Eman sold that to our officials for them to blow the whistle. But it was certainly an offensive foul.
And Sherwin Concepcion passed up on the 3, puts the ball on the deck, and turns the ball over.
You know, sometimes not seeing time on the floor for a stretch can mess up your confidence. And that's why it's so important, you know, for players na nakaka-experience ng ganyan to be mentally tough about it and not to entertain such thoughts that would come in. Or even critics, sometimes from your own family. Sadly.
Yeah.
Not to say it's happening to him, I'm just speaking generally.
It's also a case of timing. I don't think he's found his groove yet itong season na to, Sherwin Concepcion. Jexter Apinan, one of the best grab-and-go players here.
He is one of the best grab-and-go guys.
And almost there for Ochea. He They swing the ball to Concepcion. That's a 3.
What a way to make up for that turnover that happened in the last offensive play. Hindi na nagdalawang isip, catch and shoot kagad. Ang malaking bagay pa ron. Trims the lead down to 9.
Isit. Ablaza attacks, nabitawan ng bola. That is
White
offset.
ball.
Oh, that is offside Ablaza.
From our angle, yes. Pero mas maganda yung angulo ng official. Sa challenge nga ba ni Coach Mac? Mukhang alam ni Coach Mac eh.
His 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Kasi nangyari din sa harapan ni Coach Mac. Kung talagang nakita niya na last touch doon ng Batangas, challenge siya na yun. Ablaza, catch and shoot. 4 on the line.
Long 2 para kay Sed Ablaza. 21-9 ang ating score. Enzo Navarro is in the contest. Grimaldo gets it back. Concepcion is wide open. Too strong on the 3. Jexter Apinan ang magbababa ng bola for Batangas. Jexter. Nice two-man game there with Ablaza and a foul whistled on Publico. Kung hindi ka talaga handa sa gagawin ng dalawang yan, they're gonna make you pay all the time.
Maganda talaga yung chemistry nitong dalawang to eh. Sa tagal pa naman nilang magkasama.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. This ang free throw ni Ablaza.
Iba talaga eh, yung nagagawa ng quantity and quality time. No, nitong si Ablaza at Apinan.
Matagal na rin.
Matagal na kasi magkasama.
Matagal na talaga. No? Doon,
Diba?
Makati days pa ni Coach Cholo. And this is pretty much the core of that Makati team in Season 3.
Kumbaga makukulit din itong mga players si Coach Cholo. Kung nasan siya, sunod sila ng sunod.
Well, na-mention nga yan sa isang report last time that, you know, he loves growing with his team. And that's why you see a lot of continuity, a lot of holdovers. Mancalo knocks down the 3. Need more of that if you're Basilan. 20-12.
The last 2 baskets for Basilan certainly helps them para maidikit to, no? Dahil dalawang 3-pointer yon.
Jong Baloria. Short on the 3. Agawan sa rebound. It's last touch on the white shirts. So, bola ng Batangas.
One of the best in the business, no? That's Coach Cholo sa mga out-of-bounds under. But this set, with those 2 staggards, no? Ang ganda ng paggamit ni Mancalo.
Baloria against Calo. Baloria the fadeaway. Passes it to Apinan at the final moment. And Jexter Apinan banks it in for 2.
Doon mo nakikita pag veterano ng isang player tulad nun na mishandle niya yung salo sa ilalim. Ito si Apinan pero hindi man lang nagpanic. I was able to gather and still go up strong. Ito Apinan gets the rebound. Siya na rin magbababa ng bola.
3-second differential game clock and shot clock. MJ de la Virgen. With the basketball, binabantayan ni Lorenzo Navarro. MJ. Valoria was open momentarily. They go down low to Apinan. Basilan with a foul to give. So
Smart foul.
So baseline out of bounds here para dito sa baseline inbound rather for Batangas. MJ. Baloria leans in. Trying to bank that one in. No good. Ochea just won't go. But Batangas back in the comforts of home. After that heartbreaking loss last Friday, they're off to a good start here. The Rum Masters. Levi Hernandez finding his groove early. CJ Isit also contributing to this early lead of Batangas City. And Crunchman Alex Cabagnot trying to get Basilan going. But at the moment, it's the home team, Batangas City Tanduay, Wrong Masters with a 10-point lead against the Basilan Viva Port Masters.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka. 50 tayo, 50 si MP. Kahati mo, si Manny.
Levi Hernandez had 22 points against Rizal and probably one of the most effortless 22 points I've ever seen from Levi Hernandez. 7 of 12 shooting para sa kanya, 15 points in the second half. As I welcome back my partner Christian Wanzon.
Shout out to my friend, Jefferson Ong. Grabe to, talagang hindi tayo pinapahiya pag dito sa Batangas. May masakit na yung balikat niyan. Kita mo, umi-effort pa, nagpa-pizza pa.
Kaya
samantalang ikaw, nasa Manila tayo parehas, ni isang beses, walang pa-pizza.
Well, bigyan mo rin ng pizza si Eman Calo, pangalawang
3-pointer na yan. Gusto ko yun, ha? Segue mo rin.
22-15. MJ De La Virgen for 3. It's good.
Biglang binawi.
And Batangas executing very well here. Navarro, the Hesi, and the layup.
They're gonna need more of that. Not only the 3-point shots from the outside, but getting inside the paint, which Batangas dominated in that first quarter. 12 of their 21 points, all in the paint. Basilan has to do the same.
Ablaza attacks. Ball poked away. Eman Calo. Fast break stopped here. Plenty of black shirts back in transition. Oh, good save there by Concepcion. Calo is blocked by Baloria. But it will stay with Basilan.
A heads-up play right there by Baloria, and sinasabi talaga ng mga coaches yan. Pag nakaisa, wag mo nang bigyan ng pangalawa. Nakapangalawa na itong si Eman Calo. Sinigurado ni Jong na wala ng pangatlo.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's MJ De La Virgen. Apinan draws the foul. Talsik si Apinan.
Former teammates, tama ba? Grimaldo? Hindi?
Mukhang hindi nag-abot.
Kasi nakita ko...
It's a bit of a playful push.
Oo, sila ni Levy, di ba? Dito, nung first quarter. Si Grimaldo, tsaka si Levy.
Well, it might be upgraded because of the excessive force.
First of all, I don't think he needed to help because that drive, okay, medyo masikip eh. It was slightly covered. And then, kung humelt man siya, he had that ability to go ball to ball, meaning to help and recover sa kanyang tao. Because he drove, itong drive ni Apinan was on the same side. Second, tulad nga ng sabi mo, unnecessary yun.
They are still reviewing this one. And
ayan, tight space really for the drive. So, the foul unnecessary, definitely the push more.
It's just a warning.
Wow.
Swerte siya dun.
Oo.
Di Santos replacing.
A push is only a warning?
If you pushed me that way, you would have been ejected.
If I push you that way, I would lose my job here. Let's put it that way. So I would never do that.
Okay.
FYI.
Okay.
So if ever it crosses my mind, or it crossed my mind to do that, okay, I'm gonna make sure that you never forget me the way I push you. But I will never do that, my friend.
Okay, Ochea with the offensive rebound gets it to Ablaza. MJ de la Virgen.
Trying to force the issue.
Ah!
And successful at it.
Ganda. Well, Enzo Navarro was there the whole time until the final moment.
Talk about being determined. That was a determined move.
Calo for three, short. Rebound ni Apinan. They go to De La Virgen.
Smart.
Back to Jexter. Step back three. John Baloria.
Not smart.
They go to Calo. Eman blocked from behind. And referee Ray Gabriel pointing to the head of Calo.
You know it's not a good sign if you see Boss Jean Alabanza on his feet, even though they're up by 10. You know, that if it's a good challenge here, which is obviously a bad call, again, kung tama sila, and hindi magiging masaya, or magiging masaya kahit paano na si Boss Jean.
So we will be right back for the result of this challenge. And that would mean 2 free throws for Eman. So no more challenge for Coach Cholo.
Eman Galo going for his 7th and 8th point to lead all scorers in this game.
Off the bench, Eman Calo would like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 2 for 2 for Eman. 27-19, Batangas with an 8-point lead. De La Virgen picks up his dribble. He gets it back. Baloria, corner three, too strong. Rebound, Alex Cabagnot. Eman Calo on the move. Foul away from the ball.
Unsportsmanlike foul. Ang itatawag as was that Tempra trying to take advantage of his length inside, trying to seal itong si Baloria. So that's 2 shots plus ball possession.
No, it looked like was it a double foul?
Or it's a double foul.
Yeah. Halos magkalapit kasi yung signal sa ano eh.
Ng double foul tsaka ng unsportsmanlike.
Oo, labanan sa posisyon dito.
Ayan yung senyas ng referee number 12. Looked to be an unsportsmanlike foul. That's why we had that impression.
That's referee Karina Martin.
Nag-iisang babae natin
meron pa.
Out of the
Kanina,
three.
they were, you know, for this game, but they had a female referee earlier as well. Navarro. I thought he had a shot there.
I thought he had the right thing in mind. The thing is, he went for that pass instead of doing it with the bounce.
Turnover for Basilan, 27-19. Ablaza launches the three.
Short.
It's way short. Well, Jeff Guernes returns to the game for Navarro. Adi Santos, Alex Cabagnot, Eman Calo, and James Tempro ang 5 for Basilan. Here's Alex Cabagnot.
Short.
Short on the jumper. Not a lot of lift on that one. Jexter Apinan is fouled by Jeff Viernes.
Coach Mac disagreeing with that call. But still, naipito na, no?
Alam mo, ang galing din ni Jexter eh. Alam niyang babantayan yung kaliwa niya. Magaling na rin iiwas yung bola lagi eh.
Lalo na pag may buwelo tapos ang sasalubong sa'yo eh medyo maliit. Kadalasan talaga yan ang magiging tendency. Susundutan ka.
Apinan inside the paint.
What a move.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Jexter Apinan. He's got 6 points in the ballgame.
Now talk about maximizing real estate. Right there, not so much space on that baseline with that fake spin and went the other way for the reverse.
Eman Calo, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Calo thought about it, fires a 3. And they cannot challenge anymore. Coach Cholo. And here's the 1xBet play of the game. 1xBet is the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
How about the footwork right there and unfazed, even though somebody was trying to double from the blind side. I believe that was Jeff Viernes. And still had that extra step, that step through para yung makumpleto yung reverse finish sa kabila.
Al-Hussein is back on the floor. Eman Calo misses the front end of his 2 free throws. Let's go to Mika Abisanos.
Chris Porter used to play judo and American football until his coach in high school in Cebu said, "You can't teach height and you have it. Why don't you play basketball?" Long story short, he was in the process of contemplating, turned on the television and watched his first ever UAAP game. Sabi niya, "I want to play like that guy." Talking about then MVP Raba Al-Husseini. Here he is now facing Raba for the first time ever in their career. And he said after this game, "I'd like to go up to him and thank him." Sit down, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Just one of the more
Excellent report, Mika. Finally, Mika, after 4 seasons, an excellent report. My good friend.
Fast break for Basilan, no good. Santos fouled. But
Kidding aside.
this is what MPBL basketball is all about. I remember in the previous game, Kobe Monye played against his idol, Arwin Santos, and tonight, it's
Right.
Chris Porter's turn to face off against his
I have an idea. Why don't we suit up, the both of us? We try to manipulate a team manager we're so close to in the MPBL.
Okay, dahil lang. We have to pay our bills muna.
Yeah.
Adi Santos, bumalik ka na sa free throw line para masabi ko na to. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Ang tagal eh. Ang tagal basahin. I was saying, let's talk to somebody. 2 managers, 2 teams. Both of us, isang game magpa-line up tayo. Maglaro tayo, siguradong tatalunin ka namin kahit anong team pa yan. Then thank me after the game kasi mukhang doon papunta yung storya mo eh.
Oh my goodness! My gosh!
The audacity to say that.
Online, iba? On Facebook and on YouTube, ba? Wow! But, ibang klase. Yung parang, alam mo yun, parang 10 years later, magkakalaban pala sila dito sa MPBL.
Who would have thought? Full circle. The circle of life, as people would say it or describe it. I just love stories, mga ganyan. And I think it says a lot about Porter's character. This is something na even when Mika asked him about it, being 2 former Eagles, nabanggit mo yan, and for him to say that shows a lot of humility.
Yeah. And for sure they've crossed paths, with each other.
And he might have inspired his little brother who's still actively playing for Ateneo right now.
Yeah.
Talking about si Porter.
Here's MJ De La Virgen. There's a foul on the pass. And that will be against Jeff Viernes, who fouled out in the last game. Pangalawa na ni Jeff ngayon, 29-23. Pace has slowed down here in the second quarter. Halfway through the second quarter, here's Levy Hernandez. Leading a way through, Raba Alusaini. Ball picked up by Cabagnot. Forward pass to Calo. Trying to find an angle, Eman Calo. Hindi makawala kay Don Ochea. Finds Jeff Viernes, who misses the three.
Excellent transition defense that time by Batangas. Stopping the move by Eman Calo. And then eventually getting the rebound after the miss by Jeff Viernes. Levy Hernandez sa kabila naman, magmimintis, babalik sa basilan ng bola.
And Philip Panyamogan has been called from the bench by Coach Cholo Villanueva, 29-23. And Basilan hanging around. There's an early 10-point lead kanina. Cabagnot
Malakas.
going sa rebound. It ends up with Mark Cruz.
Not a big boy rebound for Mark Cruz. That's how he opened the game on the offensive end.
Levy, push shot, short. And last touch to Tempra. And Philip Panyamogan comes in as the third point guard of Batangas.
A capable one too, of being a starter sa mga ibang teams.
We go to Cruz. Yes. Mark Cruz has had a solid game as a starter here. He's got 6 points.
And 5 rebounds, along with 2 assists.
There's Viernes, Raba. Swings it over to Calo. Misses the three.
Just one of those basket timeout situations. This is a big stop for Basilan to save Coach Mac a timeout, possibly.
Porter wide open. That's a three. No. Ochea saves it only to Viernes. Calo on the move. Eman to Alex Cabagnot for three. Good.
Well, he wanted that basket badly. And that much space, even in a struggling Alex Cabagnot, I saw how he exhaled first before he took the shot in rhythm in transition. 5 points para kay Alex.
Levy banks and the three.
Eto, whether you inhale or exhale, Levy Hernandez knows how to shoot the basketball kahit saan man yan sa loob ng floor. Ginamit pa ang banda.
And look how he casually goes back to the bench. Here's the three.
Ayan o, yun yung exhale.
From Alex Cabagnot. Nothing but net there. But ang balik from Levy Hernandez makes it an 8-point lead for Batangas. Timeout muna tayo.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 ka. 50 tayo, 50 si MB. Kahati mo, si Manny.
Napapanood nyo ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino sa Facebook, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and on YouTube. And live on Solar Sports Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. And that's Alex Cabagnot scoring on the drive against Levy Hernandez.
Making his last 2 shots, you know, after a 1-for-6 start. Like I said, I'm never worried for yung mga kalibre na tulad ni Alex Cabagnot. Every time they're in a struggling phase.
6 of 13 at the line ng Basilan make that 7 of 14. As Jimboy Pastoran is in the game
And
for the first time.
And Alex, as you see, already has 8 points. Pastoran, first time to check in, yes.
Hernandez. Levy Hernandez. What a player.
Levy Hernandez is just being Levy Hernandez.
Raba Aluseni, the long two. That short rebound, Levy Hernandez.
Hanapin dapat na ulit nila to. Usually ginagawa ng Batangas yan. Hinihit talaga nila yung hot hand.
Here's Porter. Step through, travel. And you know, yung gusto ko kay Levy with the way he gets his baskets is the economy of movement. Not a lot
Perfectly said.
of dribbles as he, gets to his spot.
Right.
And then, konting galaw lang eh.
Right. Yung off-ball talaga, no? Mahusay siya off-ball eh.
For him to not dribble the ball around. And Pastoran.
Which is how basketball should be played, by the way. Kung nabubuhay pa yung tatay ko, si Coach Arik, sinabihan ka na, Mr. Tupas, dribble ka na, dribble! Pero si Kapagnot, iilang dribble lang yun, nag-switch pa ng kamay sa ere. Left to right.
37-31.
God rest his soul, Coach Arik.
Binalik mo pa si Coach.
Ganun na ganun, by the way. Kung paano niya kami pagsabihan ni Don Villamin.
5 seconds to shoot for Levy. He fires. No. And one of the rare times that Levy Hernandez had to create for his shot.
And it was in the right situation because the shot clock was winding down.
37-31. Batangas with a 6-point lead. But bola ngayon ng Basilan. Concepcion pops out. But misses the three. Panyamogan grabs the rebound. Philip. Hits Cruz.
Well, he's loving that one leg, no?
It's Mark Cruz, yeah.
Second time in this ball game that he's tried that. He tried that earlier. Doon sa may right block. Pero parehas yung resulta, no? Hindi pumasok.
37-31. Basilan with a chance to inch closer. The crunch man. Alex Cabagnot finds Pastoran from the corner. No good on the three. Just one pass for Basilan there. And Coach Cholo humingi ng timeout. 27.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lamang ang Rum Masters ng 6.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MD! Hati mo, si Manny!
Nagbabalik ang liga ng bawat Pilipino dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. 37-31 ang ating score ngayon. Batangas with a 6-point lead against the visiting Basilan Viva Port Masters. And Batangas 3-second differential game clock and shot clock here. Coach Cholo Villanueva trying to guide Batangas to their second win of the season. Their next 3 games are tough ones. Bataan, Pangasinan, and San Juan. So, interesting times para kay Coach Cholo. And certainly, this is his most challenging season yet with the way, the teams and the rosters are being put up by the other, teams in the MPBL.
Well, overall, the league is getting younger. That's the first thing. And with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, Panyamogan, wala. Alex Cabagnot, he's gonna heave this.
Alex Cabagnot. That's It's the final shot of the first half. Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters got off to a strong start, leading by 10 early on. But the Basilan Viva Port Masters settling down in the second quarter. And finally, Batangas will go into the locker room with a 6-point lead against Basilan.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Samis, and right now I am joined by two special guests. Of course, Sir Ron Monseac of the MPBL Party List number 77 and Coach Chelito Caro of Basilan. Magandang gabi po, mga Ginoo. Sir, as usual, we can see the efforts once again of the MPBL Party List. Nakikita namin kayo all over the games. Itong week ba, sir, saan kayo nagiging busy?
Well, actually, Mika, first of all, gusto ko bumati ng isang magandang gabi sa libo-libong fans na nandito ngayon sa Batangas City at sa lahat ng nanonood sa Facebook, YouTube, sa TV. Well, oo nga, sobrang busy talaga ng MPBL Party List at ni Senator Manny Pacquiao this week because true to our platform, cause, and promise, talagang we will do our best na maabot lahat talaga. So we've been going from different provinces, cities, towns, barangay, purok, pati mga eskinita pinapasok natin. And we've been doing different activities tulad ng house-to-house, pulong-pulong, because we do want the public to know kung ano yung platform, advocacy, at pinaglalaban ni Senator Manny Pacquiao at ng MPBL Party List. Kaya it's been very busy and I know it will be busier sa following weeks.
Dahil nga dyan, sir, syempre, we are hoping na mas dumami pa ang supporters ng ating MPBL Party List and of course, ni Senator Manny Pacquiao. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, sir?
Gusto ko magpasalamat again sa lahat ng fans, sa mga grassroots volunteers ng MPBL Party List. Again, kayo ang lakas ng MPBL as a league at ng MPBL Parties. And Mika, I'd also like to take this opportunity to invite, if may mga interested volunteers for MPBL Party List and Manny Pacquiao, please follow us sa Facebook page namin, MPBL Party List number 77.
Maraming salamat once again, Sir Ron Monseac of the MPBL Party List, number 77. Coach, magandang gabi po. Dahil po sa magagandang adjustments, nakakalapit na tayo dito sa game at napakaganda rin ang pinakita ni Alex Cabagnot nung first half.
Yes, alam naman natin, Alex Cabagnot, siyempre asahan natin yan. Alex Cabagnot yan eh. So, noong first quarter, medyo nangangapa pa kami sa defense namin. Nung early second quarter, medyo nakuha na namin yung depensa, nakuha na namin yung... And then, siyempre, sinabihan lang namin sa Alex, siyempre, Alex Cabagnot is Alex Cabagnot. So, asahan natin si Alex Cabagnot na babawi talaga yan.
Maraming salamat, sir. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Yes, of course. First, I would like to thank the Basilan community. Thank you so much sa supportan nyo and to my family sa Cebu. Kumusta din kayo dyan and sa girlfriend ko. Thank you.
Yun ang pinaka-importante. Maraming salamat, Coach Chalito Caro of Basilan. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Lead down to 6, pero itong Batangas, how they opened the game, no? That first possession by Mark Cruz with the offensive rebound is also a big reason kung bakit lamang sila ng 6. Nabanggit mo nga yung rebounding, and they've been doing it by committee. You know, Mark Cruz 6 rebounds, Don Ochea, who we didn't mention that much because he didn't score, but he had 5 rebounds, and MJ De La Virgen had 5 rebounds as well. Kasama na dyan si Chexter Apinan with 4 rebounds. Kaya lamang sila dun sa departamentong yun.
And Batangas will have the ball to start the second half. CJ Isit, O'Neal Arim, Hernandez, Porter, and Cruz ang 5. CJ Isit with a drive will get that one to drop.
Now, Batangas is just one of those teams who they have a lot of plays unconventionally. What do I mean by that? Yung small to small big screen. It's usually a small to big screen. Pero sa nangyari yun, Isit, binigyan ng screen ni Hernandez, opens up the drive for Isit. Pero nabawi dito ni James Tempra. First field goal sa larong ito for James.
One of the better executed plays for Basilan.
Same play, different result anticipated by Tempra. Advantage ngayon ng Basilan.
Calo, 3 in transition. It's good. Eman Calo.
And they quickly exploited a good forward pass or kick out by Viernes to the open Eman Calo, leading all scorers for Basilan.
With 13 in the ball game. Hernandez, Tempra nakabantay. The fadeaway from Levy. That won't drop. And a foul
By Eman.
on Eman Calo.
Natawa siya pero alam niya, no, foul siya, umamin siya kagad. Tinaas kagad ang kanyang kamay.
Coach Mactan, he holds the distinction as the first coach to win an MPBL national title. O'Neal Rim to Mark Cruz, the mid-range jumper. It's short, rebound, Tempra. A chance to tie here for Basilan with a 3. But a steal by Mark Cruz. It's on to O'Neal Rim, 2-on-1 break. Cruz.
Why not? Why not? You gotta reward the big man. You know, his man was trying to seal him inside. I believe that was James Tempra. But how he lose contact for him to steal the ball and be rewarded on the other end. Ang ganda nun. Stop ngayon ng Batangas ulit.
CJ Isit. We'll go to Porter against Adi Santos. Porter. And a foul on Adi. Check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Terrific finish galing kay Cruz. Easy to inbound. To Levy Hernandez.
Pass.
Libre si Mark Cruz.
It all happened because of the action prior while the ball is still being inbounded. Yung mga screens nila on the weak side, a lot of misdirections. That's why when the entry pass was made, nalibre na si Mark Cruz eventually.
Emancalo, he'll fire. This rebound ni Isip. Ahead to Levy. Hernandez.
It's a foul, offensive foul.
That's the second offensive foul on Levy Hernandez.
Second on Emancalo also. Tingnan natin yung replay.
Because there's no more challenge para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva. They're claiming a flop. But we'll check out the replay here.
Hard to tell on that angle.
Yeah, medyo mahirap sa angulo na yun. Basilan down by 7.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul of Grimaldo.
Totally unnecessary. The second time already, si Grimaldo with just, I don't even want to say it, but unnecessary.
Absolutely needless. Kitang-kita sa replay yung intention niya.
Alam mo dito sa Batangas, Sedelf, madaming magandang beach dito eh. Ewan ko sanay na mag-swimming itong si Hernandez. Sanay na rin siya mag-fishing. No, makikita mo sa mga drive niya, lalo na itong mga huli, yung intention niya makapunta sa free throw line.
I'd like to thank LGR Sportswear, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Mintis ang unang free throw ni Levy Hernandez.
Salamat, Cruz family.
But you know, etong si Levy Hernandez, it's one side of his game that's also underrated.
Ano yun?
Gamesmanship.
Yeah.
We all know the Levy Hernandez, the scorer.
Yeah.
But the Levy Hernandez na magaling mag-asar ng kalaban.
Game within the game.
You know, is Cabagnot trying to control the basketball. Great defense from O'Neal Arim. He forces the turnover.
Papasok ngayon si Kaduyak, papalitan si Jeff Viernes.
Neymar Kaduyak try to put pressure on CJ Isit here.
There's that screen once again.
Porter na libre. Arim onto Cruz. Hernandez fires off. Rebound Cabagnot. Adi Santos running back. Medyo kapos ang pasa. Mark Cruz was there for the intervention. Levy. Oh!
Pumose muna sa camera bago itira.
14 in the ball game. Levy Hernandez.
The fashion really doesn't matter as long as it goes in. Cabagnot.
No good on the three-pointer. Rebound CJ Isit. Cabagnot pokes that ball away. Crucial time here for Basilan. It looks like Batangas is ready to get this game wide open. Really just good enough to avoid a traveling ball.
Right. But I think the surprising one to me is the no call. Something should have been called right there, whether it's an offensive foul or a block, which I thought was a block, by the way.
Oh, good play. O'Neal Arim was able to anticipate the touch pass from Emancalo. Couple of fast break opportunities not going the way of Basilan and a turnover.
Yeah, unforced.
Raba and Sherwin come in for Emancalo and Adi Santos. Enzo Navarro returns to the floor as well for Alex Cabagnot. Nine turnovers for Batangas, 7 for Basilan. Kaduyak.
Walk, yeah. Looked like he slid his feet, or his foot rather, yung kaliwa. I mean, malayo tayo doon sa angulo na yun. Happened at the left side corner.
46-36. CJ Isit uses the pick to Cruz. The kick out. Arim wide open. No good. Rebound Aluseni. Ahead to Adi Santos now. Nice pass inside by Kaduyak to Concepcion.
Who said sprinting cannot reward you? And Sherwin Concepcion, right place at the right time, but that's because he sprinted from defense to offense.
Porter to Arim, lost the handle. Kaduyak with the steal. Santos now. Adi, that's a foul on CJ Isit. Trying to prevent the fast break. Wala pa sa penalty ang Batangas. This is the second team foul as we bring you the assist of the game from 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Concepcion there with the finish. 46-38. Ablasa is back. And so is Baloria and Ochea for Batangas.
If I'm Basilan, I'm really looking for Raba on the post. Now, he started the game but did not start the third quarter. In most of his matchups defensively, ang kumukuha sa kanya si Porter, ngayon si Cruz. Kaduyak for 3.
Here comes Ochea. Isit, open 3. No. Concepcion to Navarro. Lorenzo Navarro. That's a tough finish. Galing kay Enzo Navarro.
He went for the sidestep move right to left. Hindi masyadong kumagat, no, si Isit. And went back to his right again. Shows the touch, gets the bounce for the finish.
46-40, 6-point game. Ablaza. Bigay kay Isit. Isit to Cruz. To Isit. Jumper. No. Rebound. Adi Santos. Quickly to Concepcion. To Kaduyak. He'll fire 3. Air ball. Adi Santos picks it up. And Raba Aluseni is there. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Aluseni for 3. Air ball.
Not in rhythm.
Raba hearing it from the crowd. But nonetheless, Basilan still in the thick of the fight here. MJ De La Vergen has returned. Sama niya si Jexter Apinan.
It's been a struggle for Raba. 0 for 5 after that shot.
Ablaza to Apinan. Jexter drives baseline. Hard foul by Raba Aluseni.
A smart play by Jexter. Knowing that he has the foot speed advantage, instead of backing down, faces up. And did not take his time. No, pagkasalo niya ng bola, some players will take their time, size up, and that allows the help, you know, to be there to prepare for the drive. Pero sa kanya, pagsalo niya, inatake kagad. And Raba Aluseni, because of that foul, you know, Coach Mac is forced to sub him out.
Jexter Apinan misses the first free throw. It's Cholo Villanueva. 7 of 14 for Basilan, 1 of 7 for Batangas. Just two teams not shooting very well at the line.
Yep.
Kaduyak is replaced by Cabagnot.
Especially Batangas. Yeah, a whopping 1 for 9, I believe.
Ablaza. That's a foul on Adi Santos. So 2 free throws coming up.
Both teams, a little bit of a slump, no, offensively. Spacing is not good. A lot of unnecessary fouls.
And Ablaza in the last game Outstanding. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. But the crucial stat there was the missed free throw. That opened the door para dito sa Rizal to steal that victory. Goes 2 for 2 this time.
It's amazing how a narrative can change because of the result. Because sigurado ko, kung hindi pumasok yung tira ni Caballero, hindi natin papansinin yung free throw na yun.
And Sherwin Concepcion knocks down the 3. 48 to 43.
5-point game.
De la Virgen.
Double drag.
Apinan, Bumuelo, blocked by Tempra.
Kaliwete. No, parehas. Pinalpal ang bawat isa.
Good pass here by Navarro.
A little rub screen. Was that James Tempra? Just enough time for Sherwin. Maray kanyon yun.
Baloria misses. He gets his own miss here. And Jong, basket plus the foul.
One of the better rebounding guards we have in the league. And Jong Baloria, right here, you see how he follows his own shot, even though with all the 5 white shirts in the paint. Just always composed, no?
Yeah. Republica returns for Adi Santos. I'd like to take this opportunity para batiin ang LGU officials ng Batangas City, Congresswoman Beverly Rose de Macua, Mayor Marvy Marino, Vice Mayor Eliza Cruz, ABC President Angelito Dondon de Macua, Boss Gilbert Alea, Tanduay Raw Masters fans, galing kay Konsehal Macmac Garcia, Kabagnot na kay Navarro ngayon ng bola. We'll go back to Alex Cabagnot. Cabagnot fires. Too strong. And the ball will go back to Batangas. Another empty possession for Basilan.
No, excellent rotation defensively, even after the hard show. Usually, mga hard show would force the defense to rotate and therefore create an advantage. But because of the recovery, kay Cabagnot, instead of having a free shot, he saw a hand in his face, forced the miss.
Baloria for 3. Yes! What a luxury to have when you don't have Levy Hernandez on the floor and Jong Baloria is there. You are guaranteed an explosive scorer on that lineup.
They go to the post as Concepcion has the height advantage on Baloria, but instead of backing him down and going inside, settles for a jumper. Baloria trying to go back-to-back. A loose ball. Mapupunta pa rin itong possession sa Batangas.
Yeah, I think it was last touch. Nakaputi. Concepcion replaced by Eman Calo. Baloria. To Dapinan. Natapik ni Eman Calo. Fast break, Basilan. Calo. Thought about it. Labas muna kay Navarro. It's with Cabagnot. Get the switch, Alex Cabagnot, the drive and the foul on Jexter Apinan.
Now, one of the few times wherein Alex Cabagnot is handling the ball screen, and that time he had 2 screens to choose. Sa kanan pati sa kaliwa, binibigyan siya ng screen ng dalawang big man niya, and was able to find an opening and took advantage of it. Kaya lang, mintis yung una.
55 seconds remaining here in the third. Cabagnot had all of his 10 points in the first half.
This is 2.
It's 1 of 5. It looks like there is a late violation. The substitute free throw para kay Alex Cabagnot.
My eyes must be lying to me. My ears too. Buti na lang natawagan ng violation yun. Tingnan natin mabawi ni Alex. I can't believe he's 1 for 4 at this point at the line. Make that 2 for 5.
11 in the game para kay Alex Cabagnot. 10-point lead for Batangas. MJ. Jexter Apinan against Tempra. Baloria to De La Virgen. Drives. The turnaround shot is good.
Some people were just born to play basketball. And MJ De La Virgen, not only with his quickness, but his ability to create shots, I think sometimes we fail to mention.
How good he is. But Jexter Apinan grabs the rebound. Ochea leaking out. And that makes it a 14-point lead for Batangas. Calo. Is he aware of the clock? Eman. No call. And Batangas with a strong finish to that third quarter.
Ano bang ginawa nila, lalo na nung dulo? Dinon Ochea nila. That's how they finished in the third. And that's how poorly the defense was. The transition defense, this started it, yung layup ni Mark Cruz, and they ended the third quarter also with a layup by Don Ochea.
Highlights of the game is brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Dumikit ng Basilan ng 3 points in that third quarter, but itong Batangas City asserting their presence late in that quarter. They will go into the fourth and final quarter with a 14-point lead.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MD! Kahati mo, si Manny!
This fan of the game is brought to you by LGR Sportswear, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We are back at the Batangas City Coliseum for the main game of our Wednesday night triple header. Final 10 minutes ng ating laro. Basilan kontra Batangas. So Dev Tupas kasama si Christian Luanzon and Mika Abisamis. Cabagnot. Atake ni Alex. He'll get the roll, and you take a look at the quarter scoring here. 22-12 in the first. Bumawi ang Basilan in the second quarter, 19-15, but in the third, Batangas 21-13.
It was quite an odd third quarter. It felt like, this was becoming a close game or about to become a close game, but instead, especially the last 2 minutes, Batangas able to pull away and have a double-digit lead heading into the fourth quarter. But a much-needed basket that happened for their first possession, yung tira ni Alex Cabagnot, that was well defended but still able to knock it down. One thing that we have yet to mention, as I saw him on the TV screen, they're missing Kenny Galo, itong Batangas.
58-46, Kenny Galo, of course, acquired
from Davao.
From this season lang.
Is he the only player na dinagdag from last season? It
looks like it.
Looks like it, no?
Publico launches the three, and he banks it in. He's got 9. The lead is down to 9. 58-49 ang ating score. Apinan. Drive. No. Rebound.
Don Ochea.
Ends up with Viernes.
You see all the black shirts in transition. 4 inside the paint. Forces a turnover compared to only 2 right now. And Batangas will score.
What a play on the fast break. 6 points for Seda Blaza.
Batangas, one thing has been evident in this game. Their offense, for the most part, has been generated by their defense. Another opportunity coming up.
Nice fake by Ochea, fouled by Publico.
The only thing you could do to stop that break. Excellent shot fake in transition by Don.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor, the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. De La Virgen, Apinan, Baloria, and Ablaza. 4 players touch on that basketball.
Oh, nagpasahan, no? Coming from the backcourt, lahat was able to touch the basketball one time before the final basket by Seda Blaza. As you see, Coach Cholo Villanueva,
61.
former UAAP champ. Also the proud husband of Agnes.
Oh, Ablaza. Look what I found, said Ablaza. And just like that, Basilan, they managed to make it a 9-point deficit. And all of a sudden, it's back to 14.
That's why it's been a weird game for them, because it's been played in spurts. And usually when you play like that, a lot of inconsistencies. Playing away, it's going to favor the home team.
14-point lead for Batangas. Timeout.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
The Basilan Viva Port Masters, it doesn't not get any easy for them. San Juan is their next assignment. On March 31, they play Bulacan on April 5, and on April 11, they go up against the Abra Solid North Weavers, and Mika Abisames has a report for us.
Coach Mactan can't help but reminisce about the many memories he's had here in Batangas. Most of them you guys were witnesses to for sure. One against Muntinlupa, 3-1. Big shot by Jamo Egilos. Offensive rebound ni Bong Quinto. Steady play of Monrogado, to name a few for him. But today he comes back here with a different goal, obviously. That is to promote his system through Basilan. He said it's still a roller coaster ride, panalo, talo, but he likes it. He likes seeing everyone's reaction and demeanor at the start of the season. We could say one of the most star-studded lineups, but to him, this is yet to be proven. Malayo pa. Sa Delf, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and nice insight to...
I know. Talk about the attention to detail on that report.
Kaya nga,
I gotta go back and watch the game again.
Oh, Adi Santos. But, you know, Coach, having known Coach Mac since the start of his MPBL tenure here, as we check out this three-point play opportunity para kay Adi Santos, is that first season, I think, was so memorable for us because it was something new.
Right.
And it was, you know, a daming moments. And I actually tend to forget that Bong Quinto played for Batangas that season.
Right.
Because he's such an established
player
now in the PBA.
Right.
But he started here.
Right.
Diba? Parang, and then, you know, Coach Mactan recalling those days.
As Valoria hits a basket underneath.
The glory days.
Yeah.
The glory days of the Batangas franchise.
Right. The glory days of Batangas, but I don't think you and I ever saw how quickly the league exploded the following season. From 10 teams to 26.
Yeah.
And then a high of 31. And then now we're still 30. Right? So all the families, the jobs, and the impact to the community.
Siyempre,
7 seasons.
Yeah, that's also, you know, yung commitment ni ating founder ni Senator Manny Pacquiao, of course. Full credit to that, you know, that devotion really to, you know, to give all of us opportunities here. Ibang klase. The trip down memory lane for Coach Mactan. I remember this place rocking.
We have our own memory lane as well because this league is so special in our hearts.
65 to 51. Eman Calo will drive, and there's a foul on Don Ochea.
Sometimes I want to, when I say something, I want to take it back. Because ngayon, iisipin mo, special ka sa buhay ko. Di ba? So,
Okay. Let me face you. Okay. Tell that to me one more time. No call on that one.
parang kanta lang yun Ito, Kabagnot. Trying to... Did he get the call?
No.
No, di ba? Nakaturo kasi yung ball. Pero ball possession sa kanila.
Yeah. 8 seconds to shoot. They go to Aluseni.
That's what he has to do. You want to get your game going, take it inside. And you're the tallest man on the floor right now. Pag pumasok si Mark Cruz, halos medyo pantay na sila. When you're struggling in a basketball game, I don't need to tell him this. He's a former MVP.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Raba Aluseni. First point of the game.
It's only a 13-point game.
And Batangas is in penalty as well.
Right. That's why they're going to need more of that from Raba off the ball when it's off the inbound or the half court, just to establish inside presence.
Batangas humingi ng timeout. Lamang sila ng 12 points.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes and Ron Monsayak of the MPBL Party List. Full force sila dito. Emer Oreta, of course, and Rudy Distrito in support. And 65 to 53 ang ating score. Batangas with the lead, but they are already over the limit. King Importante is in the game. Don Ochea from the corner. Navarro quickly to Adi Santos, 2 points.
Now, zone defense after the timeout, Basilan. If you're Batangas, you do not want to be baited of taking outside shots because sulad doon, long miss, long rebound, quick two on the other end.
De La Virgen.
Just like this one again.
Levy misses. Santos comes up with a rebound quickly to Kabagnot.
Then again, the transition defense of Batangas has been outstanding pretty much sa larong ito.
Calo, no good on that jumper.
King Importante. What a time for him to be inserted. This is not a done deal yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But certainly one of those guys na pinagkakatiwalaan ni Coach Cholo. Another long shot.
But
yun lang.
Importante comes up with a crucial deflection. Levy is fouled by Raba Aluseni. A smart play there from Levy Hernandez.
Smart play on the uncontrolled closeout by Adi Santos that led to the baseline drive. And in Raba was not able to establish help and was just forced to foul.
And Basilan just could not make the most out of these opportunities here. Levy Hernandez missing on the first free throw. One for two. 11 points ang lamang ng Batangas. Cabagnot. Cabagnot to Calo. That's a 3. In and out.
Excellent screen by Santos to open up the shot kay Eman. Di lang pumasok.
Galaverhen. MJ goes to set the extra pass. Levy for 3. No.
That's a hold on Eman.
Foul on Eman Calo. Nakahawak sa shorts ni Donachea.
Natingnan natin kung babalikan ng Batangas yun. The difference between that last 3 compared to the first 3 that they took was this came of the ball movement, the swing to the other side. And ito, Mintis on the catch and shoot. Navarro trying to push the pace.
Raba, back to Alex Cabagnot. Navarro for 3. Good! Lorenzo Navarro. Nababa ang lamang to just 8 points with under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth.
The perfectly timed pass by Alex Cabagnot. Defense reacted to the roll of Raba Olaseni of the top ball screen. Open up the shot. Pero ito, libre sa ilalim si Importante. Mabigat na laps yun.
Back to a 10-point lead. Navarro, the crossover, the drop to Adi Santos. They get the 2 points quickly there, pero they need to stop Basilan. MJ. De La Virgen fires a 3. It's good. Grabe, ibang klase.
I wouldn't be surprised if ma-interview si MJ.
Cabagnot misses the 3.
And then, let's say Mika would ask him, nagduda ka na ba sa sarili mo? Ever? And then he would answer, never. I wouldn't be surprised sa ganun sagot because he seems to be that type of player. Really short-term memory type.
De La Virgen finds Ochea sa ilalim. Don, layup won't go. Importante. 4 crucial points para kay King Importante.
Ika nga ng Black-Eyed Peas, si Delph, I have a feeling. Yan, that's my feeling. Exactly. Direct, alam mo yung iniisip ko. Somewhere in this arena, Kay Riolubit is so happy after the back-to-back baskets by yours truly. Ito.
King Importante. The King of Hearts.
Yes.
Time out muna tayo.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo. 50 si MB. Kahati mo, si Manny.
Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. We are deep in the fourth quarter ng ating laban between Batangas and Basilan. Batangas now up by 13.
There's something about King today, no? I mean, kanina nung first game, we had King Destacamento. Ito, si Alex Cabagnot. The important baskets of King Importante. And ngayon, katabi ko King din.
King of what?
Yun lang, King lang. Hindi ko na...
73 to 63.
Unfinished business.
Levy Hernandez. Oh, offensive foul.
Oh, sa screen. Alam ni Coach Cholo eh. Pero may sinasabi siya sa ating official na...
If they want to count that.
Yeah.
No, if the foul happens simultaneously.
Alam niya offensive foul eh. Pero tingin ko hindi counted kasi usually nauuna yung offensive foul kaya nalibre.
MJ De La Virgen. That's a breather. Balik si CJ Isit to close this one out. Basilan with one timeout remaining. Batangas has a couple. Well, if they count this, it's this sort of gets Batangas over the line. If they do count it. The foul is on Don Ochea. So it will not count. Let's give a quick shout out to Roy Kayanan, a former player ni Coach Cholo.
Ayan. Isa yan sa mga nagpasama ng loob ko kagabi. Naglaro kagabi yan.
That's Lorenzo Navarro missing on the three, and Levy Hernandez secures the rebound.
Coach Roy, kumusta ka? Mabawi kami sa inyo sa Friday.
Nabitawan ni Levy, he recovers. And it's with CJ Isit. Looks like Batangas will get a bounce back victory here as Eman Calo dives for that loose ball. Tabagnot to Navarro. Lorenzo Navarro. Down low to Adi Santos. Fouled by Ablaza. 55 seconds remaining.
This defense by Batangas tonight. This is my first time to cover Batangas this season. And one thing that I'm really impressed is how they move like a string defensively. And even in transition, they've been great. You know, in transition. This is not a great transition team, Basilan, given, but they did not take it for granted. Because kung gumising ka at, you know, at alam mo, yung kalaban mo, not really their strength in transition, sometimes your approach, you know, can be lazy. But coming off a loss, especially the manner of loss in their last game, talking about itong Batangas, it was just all business tonight for them, especially on the defensive end, especially their transition defense.
Absolutely. And if you're Batangas, a team with a proud history here in the MPBL, a team with a lot of pride, you don't want to go back-to-back.
Right.
Ablaza finds Levy. No good on the three. Tabagnot ahead to Tempra. And Tempra scores.
Lalo-lalo na itong second half, no?
It's just a 7-point lead here.
Yeah. Because they gave up. I say that because they gave up 12 points. If you remember, we showed the start nung halftime. They gave up 12 points sa Basilan sa fast break. But in the second half, yun yung naging isa sa mga adjustments nila. When it mattered more. You know, only giving up 7 points. Itong Batangas.
But again, Basilan, it's back to the drawing board for them. The strength of the schedule not favoring them to start the season, if you think about it.
Yes, but, you know, we've been talking about pretty much lahat tayo ng buong panel of how younger the league is, how the parity is also, yung pag-spread ng talent. So, generally speaking, there's no such thing as an easy schedule, especially the first 10 games of the season.
Tama. Yeah, 6 points for Tempra. So, Batangas will improve to 2-2. And Basilan drops to 1-3. A home win for the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters against a team led by a coach that gifted them the first season championship dito sa Liga. The Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters
doon na makitaan siya ng mas depensa? Nakita natin yun kagabi, ang ganda.
Ayun nga, sa practice namin kasi, yun yung namin last game namin, lack of effort kami. So yung practice talaga namin, yung pinoint namin, yung effort namin ngayong game na to. Execute lang namin maayos sa mga game plan namin.
Napag-usapan mo yung last game, Levy. Ayoko na sana pag-usapan, pero pinag-usapan natin. Anong pinaka tumatak sa'yo sa sinabi ni Coach Cholo pagkatapos ng game na yun?
Yun nga, sinabi sa amin, yung natalo kami doon sa effort namin eh. Yung hindi yung Batangas yung namin, yung team namin na yung last game namin. Saka yung wala kaming gigil sa defense namin, tapos yung rebounding ba. So doon kami natalo doon sa yun nga, yung lack of effort lang talaga namin nung last game.
Di ba, bawi naman na ngayong araw na to. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko nga yung miss ko, yung baby ko, si Sia, si Kim, mama ko nanonood ngayon, yung papa ko, mga kapatid ko, Hernandez family, Miranda family, mga barkada ko, si Pare Roji, na nasa Dubai, saka si Pare Paul, Payoyo, lahat ng taga Batangas, maraming salamat sa suporta nyo.
Maraming salamat, Levy Hernandez. Our best play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sit off, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And congratulations kay Levy Hernandez para sa Batangas.